So this video is a continuation of the lending video, and it's about looping, which is one of the strategies that you can possibly be doing to make more money off your lending positions. So here, looping. Looping is basically a case where you're able to borrow, deposit an asset, right, as collateral, or borrow an asset that is the same, around the same price, right? It's usually around the same price, and then you're now depositing that again to increase the size of the position, so you're earning more interest, right? So let's think about this way. We talked about liquid staking, and we talked about like, okay, so this is SUI, and then there's SUI. The price of SUI and the price of SUI will always be the same, so you actually have zero to no liquidation risk, right? Good, because I mean, if the price of this increases, the other one increases, and the price of this decreases, that also decreases, right? So now, what looping is basically I deposit some SUI, I get some SUI, I sell the SUI for some SUI, and then deposit again and again and again, and then I keep doing that entire loop until I maximize my position and I have as much money as I can. So to do this looping, I'm going to open two things. I'm going to open Spring SUI as well on the side, and open SUI Lend on the other side. This will serve as like a way for me to be able to get SUI immediately, or also get SUI immediately actually, and then I'll be depositing SUI as my collateral. So let's quickly get some SUI from USDC, because USDC is where I have my wallet. So I'm going to easily come on SUI Lend right here, and then I'll go to swap to get some SUI USDC here. Then 20 USDC should work. Then I can swap for SUI and deposit it, but let's just get some SUI first. Good, and I'll approve that. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to get some SUI, which is what I'm going to deposit. So you see here that I can actually stake and deposit on SUI Lend. So let's actually just do that instead of us to have to now stake and then come back and deposit again. So I'll just like follow that shortcut, and then I'll just easily deposit it on SUI Lend. So I'll approve that, and I should be seeing that my balance is current equity is $66. So I should refresh that, and I should see that it actually increased. Yeah. So connect my wallet again, and you can see here that position actually increased based on the deposit, and then I have some SUI here, and I'm going to withdraw this SUI that I have here, so we can actually borrow it. So let's quickly withdraw the SUI. This is quite small, and I approve that. Okay, failed to withdraw. Okay, I see why. So now let's withdraw again. Now the idea for looping is actually very, very simple. We want to borrow some SUI, we deposit SUI, borrow some SUI, buy SUI again, and then we now have more exposure to SUI's rewards. So that's the entire idea. So now let's do this. Let's borrow some SUI and actually borrow to the max, because we'll come back and okay, it says can't borrow deposited assets for SUI, but I just withdrew SUI. Oh, okay. I think there's still like some assets there that it requires me to take out first. But your balance actually has to be zero. You normally wouldn't be able to deposit almost or borrow an asset that you have deposits in. So that's like normal. So now let's borrow some SUI. Go to borrow, confirm the transaction, approve, and then I can come back here, and then now I have SUI again, right? And I can now come back here and let's do 10, and then just take and deposit in SUI Lend. So by doing this, you're getting more exposure to SUI. You're hardly going to get liquidated because the prices are almost the same, right? So basically, it's a case of you're safe in terms of liquidation, because if SUI moves, then SUI moves normally. So that's totally normal. Now, what you want to choose for your deposit APR to basically maximize this is that since you're going to be making money from depositing SUI, right? We want to make sure that the deposit APR of SUI pays us off compared to how much we're going to be getting for depositing SUI, for borrowing SUI. So deposit APR is 3.39 and the borrow APR is 2.03. So this is a very good strategy. You're going to be making some significant amount of money from this, or more so you're better off doing this because you have higher exposure to SUI, right? And also it cancels out. So that's pretty much how looping works. I can do this as much as you want to. You can keep on doing and doing and doing and doing it every single time just to increase your exposure to an asset and make sure that you're not liquidated. So that's pretty much how looping works. Looping favors you in terms of the fact that you have more exposure to interest on the main token. So yeah, I hope this helps with understanding how looping works. Generally, just three things. The first thing is two assets that have similar prices. So basically, it's like SUI and SUI. Could be USDC and SUSDC. Basically, they should both move and drop at the same time, right? To reduce the possibility that you are liquidated. And so you want to just keep doing is lend and borrow the other assets and then keep doing that entire loop, and then you get more exposure. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be here to help. Thank you.